Okay, good morning. I'm glad I stopped last night when I did because, well, two reasons. Dinner was ready. And two, while I was asleep, or before I fell asleep last night, an epiphany came to me on how to get these things attached, to get these members here, these little guys, hooked on. Because they need, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to clamp them. And I wasn't sure how it was going to happen. So what I've decided was sort of I kept it in reserve as my last resort, but now it's just becoming my solution, is I'm going to drill straight into the back, because the back of this is going up against a wall. Or the intention is to have it go against a wall. And even if it doesn't go against a wall, I can veneer the back and cover whatever I'm doing. So I'm going to drill through a third hole in each of these, maybe on the horn one. I haven't decided on the horn one yet, because the horn one is very low impact, but on at least the ones that are really structural, I'm going to drill through to the back and have it pierce the back, counterbore for the head of a bolt, and I'm going to use a lag bolt into the ends of this, and that'll both be my clamp and just holding force. And then we'll epoxy the crap out of it so that it doesn't come loose. So that's going to be the plan for today. I want to get them glued up, get all these parts glued on, and then we'll go from there. So first things first, I'm going to get this thing up off the bench so that I can drill through without drilling into my bench, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned for that. Alright, well, sorry about the audio miss. All I did was put the horn piece in on the dowels, on the pegs, pins, I don't know what I'm going to call those, pegs, pins, whatever. And then I drilled back through the same hole I just made to mark the horn piece for the hole that I need for a bolt to go in. And that just happens to be the size of, the pilot hole size of a 1/4 inch lag bolt, which is perfect. Now I'm going to take a Forstner bit, stick it in the drill, and I'm going to try my best to come in near center on this. I'm going to go a little bit bigger on the Forstner because there's no reason for it to be cut close. I can have some room to play if I need it. Let's go with, I wonder if that seems like a bad idea. Let's go, this is one of those, if you don't drill it big enough the first time, it's going to be really hard to drill bigger. So, and given that this is going to wander, there's not much I can do about that. I'm going to go like this, but I think I want to have it face down. I want to use some gravity for my help here. Let's see if I can manage to hold it down that way. Let's put a hold fast right there. No, let's put the hold fast over here. This one over here. Should be somewhat flat enough at this point. There's not much in the center. Okay. And then I think we'll use this. Okay, so now I'm sort of hoping to aim it a little bit towards the direction the hole is going anyway. So we'll get it started, and then I'll start leaning. That's actually working fine. I just need a little more juice. Time for a new battery. Alright, got myself a spade bit instead now, so. Not much faster though, is it? Sorry, that's a bit noisy. There we go, that's plenty deep, but what I'm doing is the lag bolts I have available, I only have 4 that are long and This one doesn't need a very long one, so I'm kind of fudging that. But I guess I could just go get some. It's only a few minutes. Let's see. I want to clear that of debris. Okay, so now it's all drilled out nicely. We're going to match our drill depth with our bolt lengths here. I have a feeling some of these bolts are going to be too long and I can go shorten them on the bandsaw. But we're going to start, I guess I've got feet up. This is C. So we'll take, C has 7 and 8. Okay. And what I'm looking to do is, where's that screwdriver? I've got this little short, tiny screwdriver that can go into the pre-drilled hole, and that's how much I want sticking out. So I'm going to take a bolt and a washer and slip it into the breech here. Oh yeah, that's way longer than I need. Now, this one sticks out right. Oh no, it's not going to stick out quite right. Okay. So what I'll do is, I got the Mark Snofflers. So we're going to shorten this one quite a bit. Or double check that I don't have a shorter one already. I don't want to use up my short ones because I need one for I'm definitely saving one for the horn. But the rest of them I can shorten, so. Yeah, so this one, the hole depth is about there. So that's going to be enough threads. I need to hold this differently so we can see how deep and then how much screw to remove. I'll just take my Sharpie, hold it against here, push that up against there. And it looks like we could use right there. So we'll take off in between those threads. And then I'll cut that shy and then we'll do the next one. Okay, so that's pretty much the plan for now. This one is now for C. We've already got it marked, so you are a C. So I can keep track of them. And I'm going to blow my nose and put some more music on for you. All right, it's draft it time. So I've got some wax in a little pot here. It's just paraffin wax, nothing fancy. I had it melted at one point and I just left it in the pot. So it's cold now, it's just a little waxy. We'll start with item C, that's this guy here. And we'll put our pins down in now. And hopefully get our lag bolt to start. I've already shortened the lag bolts as I was planned to. And just dip this into some wax. Ooh, it's still got mineral spirits all up in it. That's cool. So, but that'll work. Just a lot of wax to it. So I got no problem with there being a serious amount of wax on there. I think we're going to want a new battery. before we try this mess. And it's good. Like those batteries, they charge fast. Okay. That's more like it. Now we're going to set this little guy into place. And then I'm going to try to push it through here. Hey, look at that. That's it. That's on. That is already snug. That'll do. Yeah, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Item D, please. Part D. 5 and 6. This is going to work out beautifully. I'm digging it. Got our wax. Got a little on our part, but that's all right. Let's get our part in place. Start driving. Through into the right spot there. There it is. Pull it in. Pull it good. That's it. Yeah. Looking at the joint quality here, some of this is not perfectly lined up here, but it's not terrible either. That's on pretty good. All right. Let's go here with letter B. Letter B. Letter B and these guys. Let's watch your head, by the way. I should have put the first ones on bottom first. Put the bottom ones in first, but it's all right. Okay, so this one's going to get yanked in pretty heavily. Waxy wax. This guy goes like this. Come on, you built the dumb thing. Figure out which direction you want your stuff. Okay, that's the vise is going to give me trouble, so I'm going to adjust real fast here. Yeah, I think we'll be okay there. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and now we'll just get this one started. And we are on. Cool. Okay. One more part here. Part A, which gets a nice big old long one because it's sort of cantilevered heavily. This one is too, but I think it's okay. 3 and 4. Pins 3 and 4. Wax the crap out of this guy because it's going in furthest. Okay. Put the bolt. Grab the item. Yeah, you gotta watch your head now. There we go. And that should pull together nicely. There it is. There it is. Boy, that joint comes together good. Only one is this one, and it's not horrid. Oh, that one's not great either. But it's tree-shaped. Can you guess what it's gonna? I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, it's tree-shaped. Sorta. The vision is coming together here. So I'm going to cut this one down quite a bit and get this a little more plumb. But other than that, we are in the vicinity of the thing I was aiming at. So we're going to do one last dry fit. We're going to get the horn in. That one should go fairly easily. part E. And drive these little buggers in. Drive them onto this little bugger. And then wax. Okay. Hold it down tight, no crackies. That's it. That's my weird tree shape, is what that is. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is try. This is funny looking. So I'm gonna cut that in down a little bit. And this one down here, because that's pretty close to what I'm aiming for. Pretty close, it's not quite there. I'll tilt it a bit so I can get, you know, some of that out there. Yeah, this is going to be okay. The vision is coming to a fruition, sort of. It's funny looking. It's really funny looking. It's really funny looking, but that's okay. Yeah, it's tree-shaped, sort of. All right, well, that's an ugly-ass piece of furniture, isn't it? Yeah, it looks funny as hell. It's nowhere. Oh, got a cord. Hold on. Cord problems. Cord management issue here. There we go. Maybe it'll stay. So, it's supposed to look like crap. And it pulls that off marvelously. It looks like crap. But hopefully within these blocky, crappy looking rough shapes is something curvy and smooth and sensual, I don't know, sinewy, I don't know, something much less ugly. Right now the base is definitely overpowering the top, and I don't want it to do that. I want the opposite. So I have a lot of wood to remove. These things are going to get much thinner. I've also got to make, you know, level. Right now this foot is falling off the bench because it can't sit flat right now. It can't even possibly sit at all, because once this foot gets on the surface, it tips over because I've only got 2 legs. So I'm going to work that out. I'll probably just shorten this quite a bit and shorten the other side just a little bit. And, you know, sculpt in some better foot shapes. But the idea is coming off. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to glue all this together with some really slow setting epoxy. And then the fun begins. We shape. So this thing is ugly as crap right now. And may stay ugly for all I know. But we're going to hopefully not make it super ugly. Yeah, so I'm going to pull everything apart. Mix up a bunch of epoxy and get after gluing it together. Whatever it is what it is. That's where we're headed there. There may be some seams that I'm going to be upset with, but we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, okay, so off we head for that. All right, now we're ready for gluing. Well, we may not be ready, but we're going to be gluing. So I've got this System 3 epoxy that I'm going to use. It's super slow set. Like, it takes six to 8 hours to cure. It's a very slow process, but that leaves me a half hour of working time, which I'm going to want for this, so I can get things driven together and overall and get everything glued. I don't know that I'm going to need the whole amount that I've got here, so I'm going to do it like I usually do. It's just weigh out, you know, enough, whatever that's going to be. So we'll, I think we're going to get started here. Just got a little Dixie cup thing here that I use all the time. And we'll do it in grams, why not? Let's do, I'm going to say 60 grams. It's a 2-to-1 mix. 60 is probably going to be enough. If not, I can always mix up more. 58, 59, 60. Okay, oh, you know what I forgot to do? Grab paper towels, because I'm smart. Clean that off. Close that up. I think I might have used half of this. Okay, good. No sense wasting the whole thing. That's going to be about 3 ounces when it gets done with this hardener bit. Okay, so now we're going to do another 30 of hardener. $38 grams here. $17, $18, $19, $20, $24, $26, $27, $29. Slow it down. There's 30 of hardener. Okay. Now we stir like mad. The nice thing is I can hold this, I can do this all day long. This will take forever to cure, which is great. Turn off our scale, get it out of the way. I am sniffly lately. Alright. Take this here, put this over here. No longer needed. Begin the stirrage. Make sure we get it well mixed here. Seems to be a lump of something there. It looks like it's cured epoxy. To the trash can is where we're going. There we go. And so I think at 90 or 70 degrees, at 70 degrees it's 6 hours, at 90 it's 4 hours of curing time or something like that. So it'll take a while to cure, which is fine because I'm going to end up leaving this for a few days since I am going out of town. Kind of messy. Yeah, there's some chunks in here. Might have been in the cup, I don't know. But we're going to be free of it. And then, so the clock starts now. It's 10 minutes to 2. I have until about 20 after 2 to get everything together. This is probably the lowest impact glue up I'll have. This is really pretty basic, simple stuff. Take your time. No need to rush anything at all. And I'm pretty sure I've got more than enough epoxy mixed here. So, just making sure it's well stirred. Okay, that's good enough. Part A, right? Is that what you are? Part B. Part B, that's going down here first. We're going to go down here first because that's safest. Let's make sure I gotta make sure I'm oriented correctly. Do we enough room? Kind of enough room. Yeah, we got enough room. Okay. Just checking to make sure that things are where they go. So part A. I'm sorry, this is B, not A. This is B. Okay, so this is B, and these are the pins for B. And I got all sorts of plastic everywhere to keep the epoxy where I want it. First thing I will do is load these guys. I'm going to go over here with it. So I'm going to load these guys up. These pins. Got them nice and toothed. This is one. One goes into the one hole. And just twist it in there as I feed it. And sent it in there. Do the same for item number 2. We started at 10 minutes to 2. Just got to remember what time I started. Now we'll glop it onto the surface here. Don't know exactly where all my contact points are yet, so I'm going to lay it on good and thick. I am not the least bit concerned about squeeze out at all here. I'm going to glop it onto my other part as well here. Glop it onto the pins as well. Glop it into the holes here. Because this is such an end grain joint, the more I can get soaked in, the more I can get on it, the better. I am totally fine with a ton of squeeze out here. We are ready to begin the application process. Slide them together. The glue is often a good lube at first, and then bolt time. Our box here. Make sure we stick good and tight. Good and tight. Alright, well, we didn't need to cover the surface quite as much as we did, but that's okay. Take some of that away. It's all fine and good. Okay. That will do just fine. Go get some more paper towels and we'll do glue number 2. Okay, so we are now glued. We are now glued. It's going to sit for several days now because I'm going out of town, and that's just what's happening. So we'll let that cure. Slowly but surely it will cure. That is it for the day. It's a short little run there. Just got it glued up. It's all glued now, so no turning back. I'll work with whatever it turns out to be. All right.